Hey, Mike.
Hey, Dave. How you doing?
Good.
What's going on?
I'm just trying to figure this. Now, shows the top. Thank you. Got it. I'd had to reinstall my operating system, so I've got to.
It's always a glitch.
Yeah, they put me through all this tutorials. Got it. Got it. Got it. All right, so here comes George. He's going to do his big intro. And now. Oh, come on. Here goes my flow.
There goes your flow. Bonjour, Dinaway, Mahogany Dog. Welcome to a new edition of Blue Green Ocean Road. Already in progress, it seems. I'm about to free the inmates. They're captivated. Look at this. Prisoners in a prison camp. Should I free them? Yes, free them.
You got a regular gulag there.
My little gulag archipelago. Be free. Run wild. Look at this. Some people don't realize that they're captives. They don't understand the concept of being free. They want to be incarcerated.
Yeah, they like that
Look
wall
at that.
between them and everything else.
They're institutionalized.
Institutionalized.
I think they call it domestication. It's called that. That's what it's called. It's called cock-a-doodle-doo.
Look at these guys. So I was at the beach yesterday, showing another last of the summer beach day yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday was a beach day already.
It was beautiful.
What beach did you go to?
What beach? Charleston Beach. Remember when we used to go there, and there's hardly anyone there at the beachway. Now it's one of the most crowded beaches. As all Rhode Island beaches are crowded now. Crazy crowded.
Yep.
It was nice to get in on one last beach day.
A little bit less crowded after Labor Day. Some people give up on summer after Labor Day. I know at the pond it's like that. I get the pond back after Labor Day.
Well.
And then after Memorial Day, it's a mess. People are down there trashing the place. You know, between Memorial Day and Labor Day, I don't even go there on the weekends.
There's so much of September. September's a beautiful month. So much wonderful. Well, September.
Yeah. It's the best of summer.
So I did my first shift at Citizens Bank last night.
Oh, yeah? How was that?
It's nice. That's a nice place. They got a lot of land. It's open campus. I'm going to know every inch of it soon. So you guys I'm going to find a nice telescope spot. It's going to be great. That place is nice. It's nice. And it's all mine. All mine.
That's the one.
You have access to the roof?
The one with the new exit in Johnston. They made an exit all for it. It's nice.
But do you have access to the roof?
I don't know the building that well. I spent most of the night last night lost. And just wow, look at it, whoa, look at that, oh, look at that. You know. Apparently they have quite a bit of money.
Well, they're a bank.
Yeah, our money.
Yeah. You know, they got like those. They got this cool fountain. It's just like it looks like a slab of marble, not granite. That's just overflowing. It's not like throwing anything in the air. It's just like, you know, it's like looks like a pool, and there's like a waterfall all around the corners. You know. So I was looking at that. I said, "Well, how much that cost?" More than it's in my account. I know that.
That's right. More than they're willing to pay for in interest rates. There's a lot of late fees involved. A lot of late
Citizens
fees
one of the
involved.
worst.
Well, they got me once good, but it wasn't that. It really wasn't them. Well, it was them too, but CGI they for some reason they stopped direct deposit. So I'm getting checks, and I'm not noticing not a check on them because why would I, right? Luckily, I'm humming them in drawers, right? So I make a mortgage payment, and then they make a bunch of little payments, right? So guess which one they cleared? And they were like, I don't know, I think they were like 25 each bounce. And electric, oil, all the other ones just. And I'm going, what the fuck? And then I found out. Then I had to go to the bank, and then I went to this guy, Chris Kaizen, and he says, "Oh yeah, it stopped."
Oh yeah. Well,
Yes,
someone should have told me.
Which payment can we make to induce the late fee? You know, which one will be most advantageous to induce the late fee the quickest? And yeah, that's what the algorithm does.
Yep.
Which one can make them default on their
I know. Yeah,
their account.
I was aware. The minute I saw it, I knew what happened. They were so happy I had a mortgage payment in there. You know? They cleared that one. Yeah. So anyway, and this bank when I worked for them before was just a nightmare. I did Oneyville, I did Silver Lake, I did and the one up, oddly enough, the one up in Warren, the one before Bristol, Warren, that one got robbed. I wasn't there when they did it, right? But I was going there. How the hell they got away? So you can't get to Warren with the, you know what I mean? They use bikes
on a boat. They got away on a boat.
They used bikes and then they went on a boat probably, but yeah. That's the one. That one I hated the most, believe it or not. It was it's when they started opening on Saturday, 9 to 1. That was my shift, 9 to 1. And I had to keep people out of the parking lot. And it was a small parking lot, and people have been parking there forever to go to this fucking diner across the street. And I noticed because everybody fucking yelled that in my face all morning, you know? And usually I never used to go through, like, I just stand in my uniform and do the work for me, right? These people were doing some fuck. They were hide. One guy hid behind like shrubs, like near. I can't fucking believe this. And then they go and do banking and thinking they got a parking. So anyway, there was a sign saying you'll get towed, right? So I called the office and I said, listen, I want to tow something. Right, and they go, no, you can't do that. It's just you know, it's bullshit. Yeah, okay. How about if I just tow my car? I just want those assholes to see something get towed, because they all can see me, you know, and I can see them eating their fucking breakfast, you know. So, yeah, it was not a go. So I said, okay, then I want tongue lashing pay, because these fuckers are yelling at me all morning. I got spit in my face, you know, not spitting, but they're. Bah, 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 bah. My father used to think, I don't give a fuck, right? The bank is open. You gotta go. There's like 12 spots. You know? Warren. I hate Warren. You know who gave me shit in Oneyville? Nobody. And one guy even gave me a cigarette. So there. I bummed the smoke off him because I forgot to bring mine. Oh, when I got this job, my wife went, but you hate Citizens Bank, because she had heard these stories before. And I said, yeah, but this is different. This is like a corporate office. It's nice. You look around, right? There's a call center. It just looks bleak in there. I can imagine actually working in there, right? They got a board on how everybody's doing, and then there's all these stations with, you know, the thing. And there's like the pressure room. There's a room. There's like a coaching room or like a get jazzed up room, you know what I mean? I know I did telemarketing. You know, Wolf of Wall Street. He has the script. That works. They gave me a script and it fucking worked. It did. Back when you could call, when people answered the phone. It doesn't work anymore, right? But it did then. They told us people need permission to hang up. Most people are very polite, and they need a break to say, well, you know, I'm kind of interested, but you don't give it that. You don't give it to them. Don't say, no, it's not all right to hang up. You have to stay. This whole thing. There's very few people who just slam, like me. I've done it before.
Immediately.
Like people would
Just
like
hang up.
say, "Well, that's rude." I said, "Yeah, it is. You know, you should learn to do that." That's over.
Yep.
I don't even know what these people did. It's not cold calling. It can't be.
There's still no. It's robots calling now.
Yeah, I know they roll, but still, well, you know, we
So I
did.
have my house phone. Nobody ever calls me on my house phone except for robots.
Yeah, nobody calls my house
I
phone because I
stopped
ain't had
answering.
one.
I just don't answer.
No,
I keep it because it comes with the package of the internet. So
I don't plug it anyway. I don't have a phone. No, not got it that. I haven't. Yeah, I don't answer my cell phone. Leave a message. Yeah, I answer text. I like text. Texting's good. I can clearly see it's you guys. That was nice anyway. Nice place.
well, there's no money at that place, right? Nobody's gonna rob that place.
Even if there was, I wouldn't talk about it.
Like I said, there's no money there. There's no reason to ever go there armed.
If you want a like a bank heist where you just get paper clips, come on in. Bags of paper clips. All the post-it notes you can, you know. Maybe you could.
The gold is in all the records, all the debt records.
Yeah.
Banks don't want your money, really. If they can get all the money they want from the Fed at real cheap interest rates, what they want is your debt. That's what they're desperate for, is your debt. And the real gold in those banks are the records of your debt.
Yeah.
Of you, who owes what and how much they owe. That's their real gold right there.
That makes you their chickens. You're their chickens.
Yeah.
Kids, chicken. I owe nothing. I'm debt free. Free. The car's paid off.
Yeah, I had some
I had some
expenses. I usually pay my credit card balance every month, but I've had some debts lately. Now I'm a little over, and it's a little harder to pay off.
You gotta go to the Home Depot, George. You gotta just accept that your picnic table looks like shit.
That's right. It still looks like shit, even if
brand new when it looks like shit.
What's a few splinters in your butt, you know?
That looks like some shithead put it, fixed it.
Well, you know the worst thing if you died not in debt, you know, because at least like if you got a fatal thought, you go ha.
That's right. It's like Dick Pierce had his father who died of cancer. Wanted to make sure he just threw away his family fortune on the medical debt that he had because he didn't want to die with debt, you know. So he took away his family fortune and paid off. Remember in the story.
I have a little experience with that. In Rhode Island, they call it the Estate Recovery Unit.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they've got a van, maybe in some tactical gear. I never saw it, but it sounds like the unit. You know, a unit. Like, why not platoon? Like, you know, or regiment.
No, I'm sure they have a whole tactical team to descend on anyone who, you know, the state who owes debt. You know,
well,
it's
you don't
a
have
whole
to imagine
legal
that, do you?
tactical team.
I could probably turn on the TV and see one in play right now. It comes a tactical gear. All right. I'll stop. All I got is rocks. I throw rocks. I'm a rock thrower and a stick. I got a stick and a rock. It's my answer to everything. It's worked for me so far. Stick mostly. Rocks too, though.
Do you want the stick or the rock?
Well, I don't ask them. I just decide right there. You know, keep the stick. Don't throw the stick. That's stupid. They like throwing a knife. Oh, good. You've just given your weapon. Good move. And there's no talking yourself out of it after that move. You know, you're just fucked. It better work. That's why I don't recommend throwing a knife. Well, in some cases, I guess. Hey, you ever throw butter knives? Oh, you don't throw knives. I like throwing butter knives because they're everywhere. You just get butter knives. You get a handful in the kitchen, go outside and start throwing them into the grass. You know, get them to stick. Launch them in the air. Try and get like the lawn dart thing. Because like, say you're in a restaurant, a guy starts firing shit, right? What are you gonna do? You're gonna pee yourself and die, or just start throwing butter knives? You know, like a madman.
I'm probably gonna throw a chair instead.
Chair. I can't stick like they could stick in his neck, right? That ended his day.
He put his eye out.
Or his eye. Or go in the barrel of his gun, and the whole thing blows up in his hand. These are the things I imagine. Because it won't
fling the plate at him like a frisbee.
Yeah,
like,
I'm gonna get shot in the gut. I'll die slow, and I'll cry the whole time. It'll be pathetic.
And he'll have a gun and a knife.
Yeah. Rock hand, stick hand. Oh, knife hand. Rock hand, stick hand.
So you're gonna find the access to the roof of this place.
Yeah, there's a
set
door.
up your
It's on the
telescope
list.
on.
Roof access door.
Uh-huh.
I did look for it. It's amazing. It's kind of it's like three buildings fanned out, and then there's like a central thing. There's another place. There's like there's the grounds are really nice. They got like ponds and fuck. It's and I only saw a little bit this morning as the sun came up. You know, it was time to go home. But I was like, look at this fucking place. My other place is a dump compared to this.
Really?
Well, it's pretty just functional. The building, it's got no charm. You know what I mean? I really like buildings.
The grounds have nice. They have nice grounds over there.
Yeah, they got good grounds. The grounds are good. Yeah, telescope, all that. Turkeys and.
Didn't they have a fountain over there? I remember when the old Allendale Insurance when it was the old Allendale Insurance Company, they had a fountain in the pond.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We go on. I go in near my head.
Yeah.
Like when they fire it up in the morning, I can't hear shit. It's like when it goes off in the afternoon, you really realize just how loud that thing is, you know? Like, whoa, oh, wow. Oh, birds.
It's shooting gallons and gallons of water really high into the sky there.
You know what? It's really gross water, right? It's like full of goose shit and whatnot. It's very small and dead fucking weeds. And sometimes it's windy, and it'll start spraying you. Like, it'll make it across the road at you. You know, it's just get hit. Like, fuck, this is guano water. You know, we tried one time. We had we get it from the sprinkler system comes from that water, right? So once in a while they go stupid, right, and they start watering the fucking road, right? So you drive under it like it's a car wash, and then you find out when it dries, it ain't cleaner. Now it's got this nice sheen of white. Yeah, you just give it a clear coat of bird shit. Clear coat. But not really too clear. It's kind of like a white, chalky look.
Yep.
It's gross.
Yeah, put the kettle on and the Starship Kennedy. Kettles of it.
Oh, we can see kind of through it.
Kettles of two.
It's like it's in another dimension. I can see milk. I can see a spray bottle.
Yeah, look at that.
I can see a jar. This all looks wrong, right? That's just that. It's really weird looking.
Well, if you see the galley on the space station, on the space station, it's it's got like boiling water pots on the wall, and it's got like little microwaves for food, and it's like a whole galley there at the International Space Station.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep, little heating units and places to boil water and
I like that observatory.
hang out and eat.
All those windows, it's like a dome sort of, right? But it's all these like windows. Yeah. Everybody, all them astronauts, they always take a selfie there. That's where they take it. Look what I am. This fucking
also, that's where the mixed sex groups. That's where people are getting laid, right in that. You know that's space fucking. You know
Space sex.
Boo. That's it. You know what? Somebody got laid for the first time in space, and we'll never know who they were. It's like
NASA knows.
Who?
NASA knows.
NASA knows. But it was that Sally Ride.
Well, she didn't get a chance, right? Sally Ride.
No,
she wasn't the one that. Oh, okay, but who's the one that the first one that blew up in the Challenger? The teacher.
Yeah.
Oh, the teacher. Yeah.
We did
the New Hampshire teacher.
We did a show at her school a couple of years after that. I was at her school. They had a memorial for her there. I can't remember her name.
Yep, McCullough, Krista McCullough.
That's right.
Yep.
I remember that day.
It's a big memory on the Dave.
I never watched TV. It was back when, back then, I used to just walk into people's houses and turn them off, because every fucking way you went, there was a TV going for no reason, just on, just making noise, just interrupt, It was the most fucked. So I'd go and say, "Do you mind?" So I'd ask, but sometimes I just turn it off. He says, "What are you doing?" He says, "It's better, ain't it?" And it usually, well, so long as I was there, it was better. I mean, I said, "Yeah, all right." And they're so annoying. So anyway, me being that way, the only thing I read the paper every day, right? So I read the paper, which was a day old, didn't know shit about this explosion, right? So all the articles are about how they keep delaying the launch, right? There was some kid. I remember some kid got left a blurb of they were down there that last day, and then they had to come home, and they goes, "Now I'll never see it." That's how, like, a little kid going, "No, I'll never see the rocket go up in the air." That was it. That was all that was about. Like, there's this dumb, when we're talking about that. Basically, it's just that they didn't launch today, right? Because I was following it. It's all right, then fucking, and then I go to work. I worked at Quonset security, and the guy, the guy in charge of the place, says it's got to be cold tonight, not like the Challenger. And I went, that's what he said to me, right? Like, he was like joking. Yeah, this guy was fucking. Anyway, I had no idea what the fuck he was talking about, which is usually the state I was in back then, because everybody was like plugged into TV, and they would always say like this fucked up shit to me, and I not know. Like, where's the beef? And I go, well, Jesus, I don't know. So that's what he did. Then the Challenger blew up. Says, "You're shitting me," right? And then of course I got the paper, and it was
Yep.
Wow.
Just walking
that fucking forever. Huh.
Just walking across the URI campus, and all of a sudden it was a beautiful sunny day, and then all of a sudden everybody was running into these buildings. They wanted to see a TV screen, I said, look at that. So everybody just ran to find a TV screen to watch what was being announced.
I was sound asleep.
It's really strange.
I was dreaming of second shift.
Then I was sitting there, and remember we were sitting there on a beautiful Tuesday morning, and I think it was you called up. Was it you that called up?
Me. You can't. Our memory is so fucked up, because this is what I remember, and I swear this happened. Right? Doesn't mean it did happen. Just means this is exactly how I remember it. Right? I'm in my fucked up futon. I remember the futon, and TV's on. And I was like, you called me, right? And you said, "Hey, you watching TV?" I go, "No." And you said, "Turn it on." Right? And so I turn it on, right? And both towers are going. And then we started talking. I said, "Holy fuck. Oh, that's on purpose." Shit like that. And I think the Pentagon got hit while I was still online with you.
Well, as we were talking on the phone, this I do remember clearly. The second tower was hit. They just showed a plane flying into the second tower.
No, that's when you called me, because I did not see that.
You didn't see the second?
You woke me up, and then I turned on the TV, and I saw both. This is what I saw. This is how I found out. You told me to turn on the TV. You called me and said, "You watching TV?" And I go, "No." He said, "Turn it on." Well, not like that. I don't remember exactly, but you called me and told me to turn on the television. And both towers were going. And the second one had just gotten hit. Yeah. I don't. Yeah.
Wow. All right then.
That's that. You know, that's that. You're in a different dimension. You're George from 12 dimension 12 real. What's that Star Trek shit they do now? Timeline.
The alternate universe. Or, yeah.
That's it. You know what? There's physics to back that up. You're not the George.
The space-time continuum.
Yeah. You're George, right? But you're from another George. The other George is talking to me, and I
right.
and the other Dave remember.
All right. It's okay. So I was sitting there and I was doing homework, and here it was. I was watching TV. They were saying like, oh, this plane flew into this. I think it was the Today Show, and they said this plane flew into the building, and it was burning and stuff like this. And I remember because I just seen a documentary on like the Discovery Channel
I've seen all that
something
now.
like that about a bomber that flew into the Empire State Building during World War II, and there was a big fire, but the building stayed intact and whatnot.
It was World War II. Who could
as I was watching
it, right?
And as the people were talking about it, another plane flies into the other tower, just as they were showing, the footage of a live footage of the plane burning inside one of the World Trade Center towers. And all right, now it's done. Then I called you. That's right. You remember more correctly than I do.
Yeah, because that's the memory
More
I have.
accurately.
That's how I became aware of it. That's my first image of it was both of them going. It had already been done, And right away, I knew what the fuck that is. That ain't, that's on a purpose.
It's the second one that made you know it was on purpose.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
And then
I was at home with Sequoia. He was sick, and the first one hit. He's like, "Oh my God, Dad, come up here! The plane crashed," and we were watching it. And like George said, they're showing footage of this one of the towers burning, and all of a sudden you see another plane hit, and you realize, oh, that's on purpose.
Yeah. I flew the flags at half mast 9/11. Just required, and we have a bench over there for people that were employees that were in the Twin Towers and died in it. So there's a bench with their names on it.
Oh, members of the company that you work for?
Yeah.
They had an office there at the. Okay. Interesting.
It's global. Yeah, the last time I was in the Twin Towers, no shit, when I was up on top, I had this unease like I'd never felt before. I started to think, what would it be like if we had to get out of here? I said, there's no fucking way. Just how long it took and then, or stairs, or it was just out of my mind, and then it never bugged me before. Just like I just felt unease in that fucking place. And
I remember the long line to get to the elevator. It's crazy.
Your ears pop on the way up. What the fuck? It's good. The stairs are not an option, and everything's below you, and it's a long way down, man. Like it's just. Have you been up there, Mike? You ever go up there?
No.
You'd be proud of me, right? I did this. The floor goes right to the edge, and there's glass up. So you can put your toes like on the edge of the Twin Towers and look down, like that's happening, and it takes a little work, But once but not right away. Can't do it right away. And it's so cool. There's a picture of me and Yolanda up there. You can see the curvature of the Earth. You can see.
Wow.
Yeah.
They should just they should just send the flat earthers up there.
Those guys are trolls. That's all they are.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They just love the attention. If the worst thing you can do is respond to that shit, then you're screwed. Oh man.
Don't argue with someone like that.
That's the whole idea of it. They love that shit.
Don't argue with an idiot. They'll beat you with experience.
But it's like they dig it, I mean, there was that Scarelli guy. Remember Scarelli? He with the fucking EpiPens being $800 and shit, and he was just on Twitter just asking for it. He said for $1 million I'll let you punch me in the face, shit like that. Um,
Oh, the one
Scarelli. He's
was
in prison.
the farmer
Thank God.
bro, right? Is that
Yeah.
what that guy who bought the farm company
No,
and
he
was
invested
selling?
in that. I don't know. He was invested. Whatever.
Yeah. Anyway, he got
But he loved it.
he increased the EpiPen's
But he
value.
wanted that. That's what he wanted. He wanted to be hated. He was wicked into it. Who the fuck knows why?
Well, he got what he wanted.
Yeah, we hate him.
Everybody hates him.
But I mean, don't bug me with your shit. I mean, fuck.
I think I still have an EpiPen in the basement.
Oh yeah, I have.
I think the liquid had turned black, I think, or something like that. I was looking at it maybe a year or two ago.
Yeah, but you got a chance it anyway, George. You got just it's going in. That's all you.
Oh sure, yeah. I mean, if I needed it,
fuck yeah, man. Right
black goo or not, man.
Fucking black shit. God damn it.
You're supposed to stick them in your thigh, like just jam it in your thigh,
but a weak
even
one,
through your
like
jeans
say it was
and
weak,
stuff. Bam.
Like it's old.
You
want to just like kind of maybe just get it closer to the unless it doesn't belong there.
No, it doesn't
just
belong
drip
there.
it on your tongue as you
put it in a drink. Put it in
I went to the allergist and get a scratch test, and he's the first one to prescribe me an EpiPen, and he says, "Well, you could die or worse."
Or worse? Or what?
And I know what I think is worse, but I wanted to know what he thought was worse. So I said, "Worse?" He said, "Yeah." He goes, "Here's something. You don't have an EpiPen, and you go anoxic for 10 minutes, but somebody calls 911. By the time the ambulance gets there, you've been anoxic for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, but they save you. But now you're brain dead, and you're a vegetable, and your family has to take care of you for the rest, another 40, 50 years." I was like, "Yeah, that is worse." That's what worse. I was thinking. That's worse than dying.
Yeah, it would be worth keeping one, for your household. Also, like a Narcan injector.
Yeah,
because some
like an
EpiPen
and a Narcan injector.
Well,
you never know. I mean, you got to come across.
You're out in public, someone's OD in a corner over there. You can go up and save them with a Narcan blast.
Actually, that's one thing I got to do. Still, is I got to go take a first. I got to get CPR certified. All that shit. I got to do that. That's part of the gig. Succotash does shit like that. A lot of companies don't, but
I should too.
You did for a while. I mentioned you. You said, you burned out in like a year on the rescue.
Well, I didn't burn out. I moved to Maine. I was going to school in Maine. That's how I stopped.
I think I burned out quick. I can't take it. I saw an accident once.
All right.
I wish I never saw.
I knew the first day. My first ambulance run was right up the street here. A woman had hit the curb at the corner of Killingly and Cucumber Hill Road. There was like a granite step that led to a step up to these houses, up to the doorway of a house. She hit it with a Ford Escort. Must have gone pretty fast. She went through the windshield, ended up at the doorstep of this house, and she was DOA. And that was my first ambulance run. Yeah. And so I knew at that point, if I could hack this, I can hack being on the ambulance corps. Wasn't that traumatic, but everyone was more concerned about me not having a crazy reaction to it because other people had like this,
like
real reaction to it. To me, I was surprised that I didn't have that much of a reaction.
Well, you never know until you know what? There's some things you don't know about yourself until you know it, So that's a cool thing about you. Me, I know what I do too. I wish I hadn't saw that. And then I could spend the nights dreaming about it. And just like if I think about it in the daytime, I'll just, I don't want to go there, stuff like that. It's just, But,
and then there was, go ahead.
Nah, I'm off. I'm gone. Well, I'm done. I don't want to talk about that.
There's one teenager who was in a car, an overturned car. The two kids in the front of the car were dead. And they were trying to get him out, and there was a kid in the back seat, and the whole car was crushed. And I just had a hold of his hand, and he was still alive. And I was holding on to his hand, like this. I said, "Don't worry, man. We're getting you out. We're getting you out. We're getting you out." And he died while I was holding on to his hand. Yeah. That was pretty freaky, but
freaky. That's a word.
It was just kind of. But
So anyway,
I mean, it's still. So I knew I could do the job, but like I said, the only reason I left it was because I moved to Maine, and that was I didn't do it while I was up in Maine, but I did do it when I went to the University of Rhode Island. I was on there. They had a student ambulance corps that I was on for a while, but it was nothing. It really was. I mean, just basically like, sports industry, injuries and whatnot. But
all that stuff's like that though. It's mostly boredom until it ain't. Until the moment.
Yeah.
This is mostly
So it ain't.
99% boredom and 1% what the fuck.
That's exactly right.
You could get a nice peaceful place and never deal with it. Like these small towns that suddenly have a school shooting. Those cops and first responders and all that. They ain't They're
not ready for that.
No.
Nobody is.
That's when everybody finds out how they are.
The other day I was at Walmart, and there was a road rage thing. They pulled into the two guys, and when I pulled into Walmart to drop my son off,
I thought you were going to say
there was two guys standing. Well, all right, so no, I wasn't involved in this one. Okay, so I saw the cars parked there. There was two cars, and they're just, I said, oh, I guess that must have been an accident or something. And the guy got out of the car. He started taking pictures of his car, or the guy was in the other car. And then when I dropped my son off and I turned around and came back out, they were at it like this. They're out of the car and at it like this. And I had my campy hunty reaction. I put the truck in park. I jumped out and I broke up the fight. These are big fucking dudes, and and my wife was like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
Not without me, goddammit.
I got my, it says, whoa, take it easy. I got the cops are coming. You guys are going to get arrested, man. Stop it. Like this. Like, no, take it easy. Like this.
Cool.
And I was surprised that they stopped.
No,
and I was really surprised because I could have got, they could have directed that anger at me and pounded
my ass out. Quit without losing face.
Yeah, you gave them the way to. Yeah. You did it. That would work 99% of the time. Give them a way to leave. Remember that guy with the joint, Mike? You want to fight me? We're going to fight. I go outside. You want to smoke a joint? And he was all for it, right? And he smoked half of it, and then he just drifted off. I never saw him again. He went up. He disappeared in a cloud of pot smoke.
I remember he apologized. I don't remember it.
Well, I don't remember it, but
because we were sitting there passing the joint, and he said, "I'm really sorry. I was just fighting with my wife, and things have been tough, and I'm really sorry. I tried to take it out on you guys." And I was shocked when he says, when you go to him, "You want to step outside?"
Yeah.
I was shocked. Dave, this is out of character.
I knew what I was going to do. I was going to do that. I knew we couldn't break it in the bar. We'd already had words. Everybody's watching, right? And soon we're going to have to do it here. So let's take it outside. Let's get away from these fucks, right? And luckily nobody followed. And the minute we got outside, I said, "You want to smoke a joint?" And he goes, "Yeah, all right. Yeah, all right." And then I got in the car and he started talking about, shit. Once you get a couple of hits, right? And then you're thinking about it. Then you come up with little solutions and weed.
And then he left.
Yeah. That was it. That was my big fight. That's my big fight story. I tell that. And when people are telling fight stories, I got one.
Dude, I tell that story.
Yeah.
I was proud of you, man.
Yeah, I was proud of me too.
Yeah.
I wasn't even
there, and I tell that fight story.
And then I hear you go, "You want to smoke a joint?" I'm like, "Yeah, this is how you solve problems."
I said to you, it says if the world smoked a joint, there'd be no wars, and you went right on. Yeah, that was cool. That was a cool night. That was the Wells Fargo in Pasco.
Yeah. Yep.
It's in the block.
The Wells Fargo
tile floor.
Yep. That was a good solution to that problem.
I got a job in there. Well, I lost a job in there.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure that wasn't the only part you lost the job in.
And he says, "Why'd you just say you're at a bar and you're too drunk to come in?" So I'm at a bar. I'm too drunk. He says, "You're fired." I said, so I hung up, right? Or something like that. I got fired because Clay could hear the bar behind me. And I turned around and I said, "Hey, I got fired." The whole bar went, "Yay!" But nobody bought me anything.
Enablers.
They were very happy for me.
Well, when you took that outside, Dave, that was best because, maybe the audience in the bar itself would have egged him on to,
Yeah,
bring
but
up the
I was
fist
on a
and stuff.
ship.
But
I mean,
taking it outside helped out the situation, de-escalated the
that's
situation.
the whole idea of it. Because
less pressure to show off or
Yeah.
to prove
Right.
to prove you're tough or whatever.
yeah, you get that. You get locked in. Nobody wants to back down from everybody else. It's just how it is. So anyway, what you did.
Yep.
Was that you say? Yeah, they're both of them secretly are thankful for you too, man.
Yeah, you give them a way out.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, this is
It's a guy
we
thing.
can with honor. You give them
Yep.
a way out with honor.
I would have
Right,
kicked that guy's ass if it wasn't for the guy who broke up the fight. I really would have kicked his
Well,
ass.
just an out, so you can just all right,
Right.
I don't need this. You need this. You don't need this.
And it was weird. Just on cue, the police pulled in
Yeah.
right up, to where we were, and I just kind of faded into the background and got in my truck and left without. I didn't have to talk to anyone or do anything. I just
Everybody's
got in
all
the truck,
calm now.
and my wife's like, "What the fuck did you do that for?"
You never know why,
Yeah, no.
right? I jump in sometimes and I'm like surprised later, like, "Well, what was I doing?" It's like that's why I
Yeah.
say like we're a leaf in the wind. Really, I mean, you just like, you go down a river that you don't control. It's around the corner. Next thing you know, you're doing what you're
Yep.
doing. It's weird. It's like you're watching a movie almost.
Could have just as easily, that could have been the incident. They would have been scraping me up off the ground.
Well, apparently, according to physics,
Yeah.
it went south on you too, right? You're
That's
the
true, on
surviving
in another-
version of the universe. Like
And
apparently,
that's right.
every choice there's another choice. There's like billions of them, right? Like every time
Yeah.
you're making
I'm not
universes
buying
out of your choices, but you get to
I
stay in the
I
one
don't
where
think
you
that
live.
you create whole universes with every choice. I think that's a mathematical thing, but I'm not sure that that's actually real.
No, I just like I like that. That's a thing.
It's math.
Yeah,
It works in math.
yeah. That's what's happening.
But still, under the realms of possibility, anything could have happened at that point. It just went that way for a variety of variables,
For whatever reason.
that you
For
weren't
whatever
even
reason.
aware of.
It's cool. No, the thing is like in your life that happened. It's cool. What's next? Can't
You
wait.
might have saved somebody. One of those guys might have tripped and fallen or got hit and hit his head and died.
Yeah.
You might have saved him.
You're a saint.
Oh yeah, Saint.
Yes, let's canonize George.
Saint George.
Saint George.
There's already one of them. We don't need another one.
Ah, fuck it.
Oh well. It'll confuse people.
We'll beautify him.
I'm already beautiful.
Because he could use some beautifying.
I say that.
You're a beautiful soul, man.
I say that in the mirror all the time. Oh, you're beautiful. Look at you, man. No one else will think so.
All right.
I get you
man.
back.
Good self-esteem there, bud.
Well, you know how, like, I was just talking about this with someone the other day. Like, when you look in the mirror, okay, you have this almost like a delusional idea of yourself. You're looking at yourself, yeah, I look all right. But because you lie to yourself, you're like, you say whatever you want about yourself when you're looking at yourself. But when you see yourself in photographs, you look different. You're like, geez, I look like a fucking shithead, man. That old bastard. What the fuck is that?
There's a thing with the camera.
It seems
right?
like pictures have a different, like,
They do. Some people look like movie stars. Some people look
So,
goofy. Like, Alexandra, my niece Alexandra, right?
Yeah.
She married a guy who's wicked handsome, right? But he looks so goofy in a picture. You can't tell. Everybody says it. He takes the worst picture. Like the camera hates him. Really does.
Yeah. So you see my hair is kind of still a little bit dark, right? Even 5 years ago, my hair was much darker, but in photographs, it's all white, just completely white. I don't know why.
Well, you got this
Oh
thing.
yeah,
It's
my
cool.
hair.
That white right here.
Oh
on
yeah.
the beard. Yeah, that's great. It's better, I think.
I always wanted like just one white streak.
Yeah, those are cool. Well, women like put them in there,
You
but men
get a
can't
Tulsi
do that.
Gabbard.
You can't say I did that to myself.
Or like we
No, I'm
call
not
that
gonna
like
grow
a
that way. I'm
like
not
a
gonna dye
skunk
my
weave.
hair. Fuck.
Get that skunk weave, you get that white streak in your hair like the skunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, didn't happen. Instead, it's all turning white.
Well, you still have more color than I do. I'm almost completely white.
But I've got photographs where it's just completely white. There's no dark hair at all. And it's weird. Like, how does that happen? Like,
that's lighting. That's lighting, Mike.
Yeah.
It's, my hair color is the color of dead meat.
Full white.
That really gross
you
gray.
see yourself. You see your reflection, right? You see yourself backwards. So when you see a picture of yourself, you're kind of backwards. Like nobody's face is perfectly symmetrical, right?
Yeah.
But like if you just like get a mirror and look at one side, like two identical twins are not actually all that identical.
You know what I did? You know what you can do? You can mirror a picture of yourself, and you can give yourself the same side. It's fucked up looking.
Yeah, it's two different people.
Ah, it's fucked. No, when it's even, if you take one side, it's like and make it the same.
Yeah.
Whoa. Yeah. Not good.
If you do it to both sides, you'll see two different people.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah.
And the weird thing is, like everybody, no face is perfectly symmetrical, right? But if you're drawing one or sculpting one, if you don't sculpt it symmetrical, it looks really weird. But a live face that's moving, it doesn't look just normal.
Have you ever seen those people that have like dramatically different sides of their faces? Like some people have their eye is like it's dramatically not on the same level as the other side of their face. Yeah. And it's like really disconcerting. And some of those people you notice, like talking about like some famous people and stuff, they've learned, or maybe subconsciously over the years, to like tilt their face like this, tilt their head so that their eyes are more, lined up as in some kind of symmetry.
Or they'll always show one side of their face to the camera.
My good side.
Same side, yeah.
There's even a word for it.
My good side, yeah.
My good side. Oh, they got my good side.
This is my good side.
Yeah. My good side is this area. I like the way I got the horseshoe thing going on. Like
look at you.
Yeah.
Like you got kicked in the head by a Clydesdale. Yeah.
You. It's all about you, man. You. Yeah, my hair color, I hate it. That's why I shave it. When it starts showing color, it's fucked. It looks like a steak that's been in the sun. That color, and it's the kind of color you're naturally repulsed from because it looks like rancid meat. So it's just fucked, right? And I could dye it. I thought about that. Maybe when I retire, I'll do something wild. Grow it out. I can do all kinds of shit with it, right? With this stuff, I could like get it red, do a bozo. You know what I mean? Fucking go to a restaurant and see if anybody says anything.
I always thought Bozo was a good look, man.
Bozo's a great name. That fucking name, man.
Hey, man, I met Bozo.
Did you?
Yeah.
What, Mark Harmon?
His name was Larry.
Oh, Larry Harmon. That's right. You're right. Larry Harmon.
Was he in the getup, or you just met him?
I knew him for a little while. I knew him. Like,
oh, wow.
We'd see each other, and he'd be like, hey, it's you.
Well, Bozo was like a franchise back then. The local guy was Larry Harmon here, but like out in California, it was a different guy.
Yeah, they didn't have a nationwide broadcast at the time.
Right.
So there were like 5 different Bozos in different areas, But he was our Bozo. And I met him at some, because I was doing the puppets, I met him at some like showcase or something.
Wow.
And we got to talking, and I'd see him he lived in Warwick, and when I went to see my father, sometimes I'd run into him.
You still get gigs?
Interesting.
I think
still getting gigs?
He's gone now.
Well,
oh no, I mean then. Was he like
he was still getting gigs. Yeah.
So he's entertaining the kids and shit, doing like little TV show, spots on TV and shit.
Balloons, the whole bit.
Yeah, but like Milwaukee, I know Milwaukee had a half an hour Bozo show live only because of Red Letter Media. That guy Mike that does the critiques of Star Wars, the ones you
Yes.
sent me.
Yep. Yep.
He's on the
Yeah.
Bozo. He's on it. He's a little kid. He's got a story too. It's kind of funny. I forget now. Like he didn't get called or something happened to him. It sucked kind of, but he's got a clip of it. Of him on the Bozo show. So there's a half an hour. So whatever. There was a Bozo show, a local Bozo show in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
So probably
They were all local.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got the Rhode Island Bozo.
Yeah.
The
Rhode Island,
Bozo.
Rhode Island, southeastern
Bedford, Providence.
Yeah, that's Boston area, the Providence. Yeah.
The Rhode Island Bozo.
WBZH in Boston or something, I think, did the show.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, Bozo.
That's cool. So I could
He's
be
a nice
Bozo.
guy.
I could be Italian Bozo. Yeah.
Oh, well.
Oh, you Punchinello
Huh?
over there.
Oh,
Over
yeah,
there,
yeah.
you be Punchinello.
Topo Grigio.
Oh, yeah, there's another one.
Yeah.
Popo Creech.
It's that little, I might be saying it wrong. It's that little
Popo
mouse.
Gijo.
The mouse,
Yeah.
back out. Like, you know what? I knew it. Like when my nieces were children, I knew all that shit. The one that just got married to the handsome guy that can't take a picture worth of shit.
The handsome guy.
Yeah. I mean, fucking Alexander.
She's a pretty girl.
Yeah, she's stunning.
Yeah.
But you see a picture of him, right? You go, what's she doing with him? Look at that guy. He's a goofy looking motherfucker. And then you meet him, you go, wow. It's true. It's a clear example of the lens, what you were talking about. Yeah, a clear example of it. He tries. He's trying all his sides,
I've tried too.
I hope he has a job. I hope he's
accepted
not trying to be a star.
Yeah. He's loaded.
accepted the fact that he's a mutt.
He can't be in the movies. He wanted to be a movie star. He was handsome enough in real life, but behind the camera, it was like, no deal. You're making people vomit.
I bet it's
so much
folks.
of that star making machine. It's not so much if you can act, it's if you have the right look and you have the right presentation presence in front of a camera. They can create all the rest. They can give you acting coaches, they can get you through scenes and stuff, but if you have the right look and presence in front of a camera, it's all they want.
Yep.
It's all that's required in most cases.
Yep.
Well, you got people watching. They don't care why. Once people stop paying attention, you become a thing. It's weird. You never get the numbers from Netflix, but you find out later when they do a third season, the numbers were good. But that's all you can know. You don't know if you're watching a winner. You don't know if.
I'll tell you how I do it. If I'm looking for like science fiction movies, say this is the perfect because it's science fiction. It works the best for science fiction. I read the reviews, and if people really like it, it's dog shit. And if people go, it's really boring, you go, all right, this is going to be a good one. Because, if they liked it, it's all just, dog fights in space, the same usual bullshit that you've seen a million times, explosions and shit.
Yeah,
but if they say it's really boring, then it's got some cool, like, science fiction ideas that, it's more in depth, it's more cerebral, and 90% of the people won't like it because it doesn't have spaceships shooting other spaceships. So that's how I do it. I look for the reviews, and if they're bad reviews, it's probably good. If they're good reviews, it's probably pass.
I think that Acolyte's garbage. I want some shooting in that. I want to shoot the whole show, like just kill everyone.
All that Star Wars jive. I can't take it
Yeah,
anymore. I can't even stand looking at it.
No, I don't care. It doesn't matter. If people like it, then have
fun. When you think about these franchises like Star Wars and Star Trek, like who would have thought, like really Star Trek spawned Star Wars in a way, like because it was so science fiction got so popularized. But like starting off with this cheap shitty set in 1968, and it spawned this whole like industry, two industries really.
So much of it is a good idea. Star Trek started off as a wonderful idea. So did Star Wars, but they end up like beating the whole thing to death. To make it unwatchable. It's like what, they convolute the ideas, into all kinds of ridiculous nonsense.
It wasn't about space. It was about people. It was the story.
Yeah, it was a reflection of society, reflection of our humanity.
The backdrop
and
was
hope
there.
For the
space
future.
Was there, so you didn't have to pinpoint. This happened in Delaware, or this happens in England. Everybody's. You put it up there. We're not talking about any of you. We're talking about space. What's wrong with you? The space people. This is what they do in space. We're not saying you.
We're talking about society behind rubber masks.
Yeah, man.
It's called science fiction.
I fucking love that one where he's on a crowded planet, right? And they just steal Kirk, and they have a mock-up of the Enterprise, and there's that one woman, and it's a big mystery. It's like a perfect duplicate of the Enterprise. It turns out it's a duplicate, and the whole planet is like shoulder to shoulder people. Like you can finally see like out a window, and everybody's like they're nuts to butts all around the planet, I guess, right?
Nuts
and
to
the
butts.
reason is they never die, and they don't believe in birth control shit. They all have a discussion at the end. And the camera's like looking up at a glass tabletop, right? And Kirk is like actually talking contraceptives, all these other ways of, because our society doesn't believe, right, in like abortion and things like that. This is in the 60s. That one. Fucking that one. Holy shit. And they got that on air because it was space. You couldn't do that anywhere else. You know what I mean? That was clever. That was really good. And there was that one with the 18-year-old, Charlie X, like adolescence, all that shit, right? But he was an alien. He wasn't a real 18-year-old boy from Earth.
He was son of an all-powerful being.
Yeah.
But he was still an adolescent. Yeah.
He was doing the 18 thing.
That was a great.
He had a thing with
that was a great one.
He's all inappropriate and shit. Yeah, it's fucking wild. That was a good one too. And that's the only way you could do that. I mean, it was just clever. Some of the shit they got,
So you had this groundbreaking show with some of the best sci-fi ideas around at the time, which were a lot that didn't get a platform for people to see, unless you were up on all the sci-fi authors of the day and whatnot. It was wonderful in that regard.
Yeah.
But I mean, all those could have been a cop show. I mean, that's a backdrop, like an 18-year-old who's was like acting that way or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Been too close to home, like you said. Well, let me ask you something. While we're on the Star Trek, which was your favorite Star Trek movie?
Whales.
The one that had the humor, right?
I love the whales. Yeah.
I think I like the first one because it brought back.
That would be number 2.
It brought back the whole feeling of when they panned the ship and the crew was all getting back together and stuff, and it was just like bringing it back. I think that it had that energy, that emotional intensity and stuff like that. But the others were kind of like regular shows and stuff in a sense because they already brought it back for me anyway. I mean,
that's cool. I was talking about that movie the other night with the girl I work with on Third. She went to a convention. She actually has a picture of her with Nichelle Nichols and Sulu.
Wow.
Yeah, she met them, so they were pretty cool. So we were talking about that particular movie because it's all story and it's not.
Yeah. So why I bring that up is the reviews. I read some reviews of the recent season that I've been talking about, and they were really like bad reviews, about like how it's silly, and they're not taking it seriously and all this, and I thought, yeah, that's right, but I like that, but I like that one that Leonard Nimoy directed, the one with the whales, because there were jokes in it. It wasn't taking itself seriously.
Computer.
Yeah, it was funny. It was fun.
Yeah. Use the mouse. How quaint.
And the first one. and the first one, like George said.
Oh, the
That
first
was
one, yeah.
special.
You know, when Leonard Nimoy came back, probably know this. He was acting like he did on the movie, like he wasn't like talking to anybody and shit. He was acting all weird and like he wouldn't, and then nobody knew what to make of it, right? So when people, so when he comes on set like that, he's got everybody acting that he helped.
Huh.
Like he did that. He finally broke when it was time for him to like be normal on the show. He finally became himself.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's cool. That's what we were talking about the other night, me and her. We just happened to know
Nice.
that, so.
What you guys got going on today? Anything good?
I'm going to work tonight. Yep.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just going to enjoy this day. It's a beautiful day. I'm going to take care of my obligations. I'm going to cook some good food. I'm going to sit out on this deck and maybe have a beer and really enjoy myself. Enjoy these last days of beautiful warm weather.
That's cool. That's a plan.
I got to work a little while, and then I'm gonna go for a
phone.
paddle somewhere today.
What are you doing, Mike?
Oh.
I'm gonna work for a while, and then I'm gonna go for a paddle.
Oh yeah, it's nice. It's nice out.
Yep.
It's cold at night though, man. It was cold last night.
Yeah.
It's cold. I mean,
Good
not
sleeping
freezing.
weather.
This time of year I love the fall, man.